Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
We're live, everybody. Hi, everyone. Welcome. How you guys doing today? Hi, Felix. How you doing?
I'm great, Isaac. How you doing?
Great. Today is a Sunday, the day that the Lord has made. So, do you have a time to go to church, or you don't go to church anymore?
I do
Not
pray, but I
convinced.
just
Yeah?
I need to start going more often.
All right. So, how's
Yeah,
guys doing
it's
today? Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, it's some I do pray from home, but I'll take it seriously.
Yeah, I know most people now they want to stay home after COVID.
Yeah,
They
true.
get
That's
used
true.
to it. They don't want to come back.
Yeah.
But remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So it's a pleasure today to talk to come here and then talk to you guys a little bit. It's been 7 days. We've been today is 7 days of the challenge. We've been since day one, and we're still doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to have a little reflection and then talk some couple ideas. How everything's went.
That's true.
And so the goals for the next days, and I'm actually for 2 days. And the title for today said One Day When. WHEN. One Day When. I think we might have it on slide. But before we do that, do you have any? Can you put the slide up for the One Day When?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't see it in mine here.
Yeah, it's right
Perfect.
there.
All right, so as you can see, one day when question mark is wondering. But before we get into the details, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the intro 365. Welcome.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's another beautiful day here. It's day number 7. And if you're new, or if you're watching this for the first time, remember to like. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to like this video, subscribe, and also turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. And if you're watching this on Facebook, remember to give us a like below, comment where you're watching this from, so we know where you are in the world. So this is 365 Entertainment, and today is day number 7, as we said, and we're really excited to be able to see and share our message today.
Yes. 365. I see everybody is like kind of quiet today. It's a Sunday, I understand.
Sunday.
Ready to mingle, and ready or maybe to go to work tomorrow. It's Monday. So one day when before I get to that topic, one day when one day when WHEN, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did you have any resolution for this year, Felix?
Resolution.
The new resolution for this year.
You know, the thing about resolution is I don't do resolutions anymore. Now, reason being is because it's like I'm lying to myself when I say I need to set a resolution. Because it's like I'm thinking short term if I'm to wait to the end of the year and then set up the resolution. So I didn't really set a resolution. It's just a continuation of what I already had from the year before. I'm just carrying that forward.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. So actually come up with this idea. I was thinking this morning. I actually I was thinking from past experience. So I always think, okay, I had some pretty much good projects on the go that I was supposed to do. I always said, okay, I had to put them on hold sometimes. It's okay, when I have this, I'll do that. When I have a good team, I'll make my feature film. I don't know if you guys can hear me well. Is there any problem? Because I can hear some sound. Let me check. Put it a little bit down. Yeah, I think it's better now. Yes, I always said when I have a team, I'll do my feature film, and when I have the resources it takes, I'll start making, like TV shows and everything. And that come up to say right now today, okay, so every time we're talking about one day I'll do this, one day I'll do that. So when it's going to happen, you know what I mean? So, because we know today, because you only have one day, right? You only have today, you don't have tomorrow. And also, if that the reason I ask you about your resolution, right? Because as you said, I don't do that anymore, right? Because if God give us a chance to see the 2024, right? So that means it's another day for you to just start, because you only have one day. That means you have another 24,000 bread to do this year. So you just have to start. Why not start today? You know what I mean? And so that's one of the reasons when we wanted to do the challenge, and when I got cold feet, and I remember because I always wanted everything to be perfect, and we could say because right now I'm recording in my house, right? So instead of me bringing all my stuff from the studio, because at that time based on my schedule work, and also after that for the kids and everything, there will be no way I would go to the studio to shoot at this time, right? And I said, okay, you know what? Let's cancel that show live for like every day we're gonna go in live. And I said, okay, you know what? We're gonna go every week instead. And I remember you said there's a reason they call it 365, bro. So why you wanna do it every week, right? True. So that's what I started thinking, because the reason why I'm trying to say that is in everything you do, you have to make sure there is room for disappointment. You know what I mean? So so that's why I ask you for your for your thing. So did you set goals or anything that you said, okay, you want to accomplish this year? It's nothing at all. You just don't. I mean, the goal is just like go carry day as a day. I mean, as the day goes by.
Before I answer that, Isaac, you said leave room for disappointment.
Yeah.
Right. So this is how I would look at that. I look at it as every step you take forward, there's always going to be failure, right? Yeah. So when you fail, that's a form of disappointment. In a way, that in itself is like trying to say, hey, you've encountered an issue now. And if you can overcome this issue, then you'll be much better when you cross to the other side, right? And this comes with trying to do anything new. Now, in regards to the goals or my resolution, as I said, I'm just carrying on with what I did. I mean, with the goals I already have last year, right? Because there's short-term goals that I have, and then there's long-term goals. Obviously, the short-term goals, I've already knocked some of those out. And then the long-term goal is what I still have to carry on doing. So I really don't need a resolution for that at the beginning of the year, but more so to reflect and then be able to refine my process and just keep moving forward.
Can you share one of your short-term goals and long-term goals? How you say it, how you write it, just to have an idea. If that's to see like. It's like makes sense to kind of my thought about one day when can you share, if you don't mind, or if it is personal or no? My beautiful daughter.
Do you hear that background?
Yeah, yes. See, that's what I'm saying. Room for disappointment, Yeah.
Wait for me, okay?
Yeah. That's what I said. Room for disappointment. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Long-term goals, basically. So everything ties in together. from
No, it doesn't disturb me. Yeah, she has a beautiful voice.
So going. One of the things is this. My long-term goal is basically to get better at parenting, right?
Yeah.
Hey, excuse me.
I did. So I
Hang
put you on the spot. Okay, so let's carry on. For
I'll come.
For him, yeah. So as I said, that's what happened. Like when you have hold on, just give me 1 second. Yeah. So let's go back to what we were saying, yeah. So one day when, right? So now, let's say, just give me 1 second. I'm trying to put Felix out here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So one day when, so to come back to the topic, I apologize, guys. So to come back to our topic, one day when, because I remember when I told you like and I always ask myself, I need to have the best team, right? To have a team to start, and sometimes we have we don't leave room. Because you have to leave room for disappointment, right? We don't leave room for like to know that people are not perfect. There will be imperfection, right? So the team that you're trying to build, you have to accept the imperfection. So you have to accept the not perfect, and then so for you to let me, I can unmute you now, right? Is it good now? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to accept they're not perfect, and so with their imperfection, and you make them the greatest, right? So that's what one of the things the strategy that I'm trying to change, and I said we go one at a time. So I only have one day today, because today you have today, but you don't know tomorrow. So Felix, are you ready to talk about it, or you just want me to carry on?
Sorry, Isaac.
Yeah.
Carry on for a second.
Okay, perfect. So you can mute yourself, right?
Okay.
All right then. So yeah. So now, and also when we talk about about women, it's an example as the topic yesterday. Sometimes you said one day, if when I have money, I will do this for my wife, right? When I have money, I will buy a house, I will take care of a house, I will do stuff. But you only have today, right? So you have to find a way to do it with the minimum you have, or the maximum, whatever thing you have. So it's the same thing when you set a goal, and you just have to know like what you have today is today, but you don't know tomorrow. So like one day at a time, and then that's what happens. So you do finish today, and then you do tomorrow. That's the same thing with this show. When we started, we know the sound issue, trying to come, as if I try to go back from the very beginning what I was saying. So all my equipment are in the studio. So in order for me to do the show here, I said, you know what, I'm doing it at my house. I will not do it because I don't want to bring all my stuff here again and buy new stuff, right? So I said, no, what, let's carry on. And gradually, and then start getting some new equipment, extra, on top of the studio, so to see how we can make it happen. So it's a process, and that's what the challenge is about, to see how I'm gonna challenge myself to leave room for imperfection. So to forget about you have to be good, you have to great, and that's what I'm trying to shift the mentality of doing one day, so the mentality to see going from one day when to one day when, WIN, you know what I mean? So because because the question about yourself, saying when the when, do you have that slide? When the when, WIN, do you have that slide, Felix?
Yes. Hang on. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me load it.
So when you have when, because I'm shifting myself from one day when to one day win. So the goal is, what can I accomplish today? And that 24 hours that I have, that is guaranteed. So what goals can I do? What can I do to move forward for the next big project, for the next step, for the thing, right? So it's the same thing for this show. We have some big ideas, big stuff we want to do, and if we start saying, okay, we're gonna do them now, with the resources that we have, it's not gonna be possible, right? So that's why we see gradually we try to implement them one by one.
Okay.
So I mean, so like tomorrow we might have another type of show, right? So this week was mostly trying to get to know the system, and then try to see, how we're going to implement the show. Can we respect the timing and everything? So we know we felt that, right? about the timing. So we're working on
It's a
that.
learning process.
You know what I mean? So, so that's why, like, at least we still continue the challenge. Saying, okay, every day we're going. That's okay. That's one of the things that I wanted to add to the fact that you add when you do your goal, right? So try to avoid timing. That's what I put that point, right? So if you said, when I have money, I will do this. Like, let's say, if you said, okay, I'm going live. If you say, okay, we're going live once a day. But if we didn't say we're going live every day at 5 p.m., there wouldn't be any expectation.
Right.
So, I mean?
Right.
So that's why we have to leave room for disappointment. So that's why when you have too much expectation, that's how sometimes people get frustrated, because we expect too much. That's the same thing in a relationship again. To talk about what we've been talking about, like, when you have too much expectation on someone, and then you forget about yourself, the problem is it's you. Sometimes if you said, okay, I don't know if you have to say that, sometimes you might have a project, you might want to do something, and then women's always talk, and you said, okay, you know what? If one day my wife can understand my ideas, my project, and I'll be the most happiest person. I'll be happy. Stuff like that. But why don't you say?
That's very common.
Yeah. So why don't you say that? If you change, if you yourself, you change yourself, you become more responsible or more whatever thing, and then to see what her needs are, instead of thing would be better, right? So that's why the expectations really, really important. So that's why, like me, as I said, if you have that shift for one day, win, WHEN, to win the win. So once you shift that mentality, right? So, and if you put on top of one day win, and then so one day, because remember that every day we're talking about one day. So one day, when that day come, when you shift that mentality to one day win, WIN, when that day come, you will be able to speak to your children or to people like you guys, so that shift that mentality to win, to one day win. Now I'm able to be a winner. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't know if you guys understand. That's what I'm trying to see with this show, with all this stuff like that. So Felix, do you remember the question I had before? I don't remember it. Can you remind me?
I do.
Try to come back again. So. Because I'm trying to make sure you're ready for that, right?
Oh yes, I'm
Can
ready.
you remind us the question we had again? Totally forgot.
So the question was, you wanted to know what give you an example of what my short-term goals are,
yes,
and what the long-term goals are.
Perfect. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Thank you.
So short-term goals would be more like, getting into the habit of doing things. Take for example how I said, you know what, I need to start waking up at 5:30. Right. That's a short-term goal. I just wanted to discipline myself doing a habit consistently, so that I could get good at that. But the long-term goals would be something to do with, for example, say as a parent, parenting doesn't come with a manual.
Oh yeah.
Right. You have to figure the things along the way as time goes, because every kid has a different personality. So that means you have to write a manual to raise them. So the long-term goals in that regard is basically me being able to understand as a parent, acquiring as much knowledge as I possibly can, so I can be the best, parent to them. The long run.
That's good. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. And
but obviously, like there's financial goals and all the others. But I thought parenting would be more interesting, because I just had a guest coming right now. I don't know if you guys heard her screaming and calling for me.
Yeah. So, but you don't have a set time, right? Set timing.
I use time. I use time, right? Because one thing I know is tomorrow is not guaranteed. So I can't say, I'll keep this thing till tomorrow. So I try to do as much as I can within a day. But I also still write long-term goals and say maybe within a year, I need to be able to hit this target. Within a month, I need to be able to meet this target. So I do put a timeline on everything that I do.
Yeah, but that's remember just to add what you just said, because I remember last year I said I need to get my body, my beach body back again when I used to be a model.
You did.
I said I want to do it by July. I remember that was in January. I said by July I'll be fit again, like with my six-pack back.
Right.
So that's why I said this year, you know what? Today I was thinking, you know what? I have one day at a time. One day, go to the gym. So I don't even put a set goal. I said, okay, my expectation is to get back to shape, like, you know, like feeding again, like, you know, body beach body, like, you know, those model. You guys remember me back in the day, right? Yeah. So wanted to get it back, right?
You know, speaking of back in the days, you're my idol. You still are.
Yeah, I know, but it's coming back. Yeah. So that's what I said. So the goals, that's really important. Is how you say it, like, you know, the timing. So you don't, because you don't know tomorrow. So you don't have to say, okay, you know what? By July, I need to set up all my debts. By July, I need to pay all my debt. By July, I need to be rich. I need to be millionaire. But what you have to do, like, is today is the first step, right? This is the ladder. I'm just going my first step, and then tomorrow is God promise another step again, and then so on until you get that, right? So that's why I wanted you guys to share with you guys today about, like, you know, about setting goals, you know, about one day when, why not one day when, and then what not starting today, all right? So today is the day that the Lord had made. Remember that in the Bible, when they say today is the day that the Lord had made, He didn't say that day, but there's no specific day. So it can be in 1 year, it can be in 2 years, in 3 years. So that's why we have to know. Yeah. So you wanna we'll make go ahead.
Let me ask you one quick question, Isaac. So you said you try not to put a date to the thing you do.
Yeah, but I have.
Doesn't having a date help you push yourself?
No, there is a difference between deadline that I know that I have to accomplish this specific project with specific goals, right?
Yeah.
But having a deadline to say, okay, I'll be this thing. I'll do this thing when I have that, or when is setting yourself for failure. You know, is the same thing? Okay, you know what? By July 15, 17. I mean, July 7 or July 30th, I want to be fit. But, you know, already is like if you don't do what you have to do, room for error, maybe you get an accident or something happen, you cannot continue. So there's the disappointment. Instead of thinking about this way, I said, today I'm going to the gym. Do you understand? Today I'm going to the gym. So I have today. If I get tomorrow I'm going to the gym. Do you understand? Or today I'm working on my abs. Do you understand? Or you know, and then tomorrow again, if I get to see tomorrow, I'm doing that. But in the back of your head, you know there is a destination, which is different than the goal and the, you know, project or this kind of thing, right? Because remember, like, there's a dream and goals, they're all a little bit different, right? So we don't want to be talking too much about this now, right? So yeah, so that's what I try not to put timing in without leaving room for errors, for mistakes, for, like, you know, having too much expectation.
Yeah.
So
speaking like a scientist now, where you have to have a plus or minus.
Yeah. See, go back to you know to my root. So that's what I said.
Send a shout out to Professor Acha.
I know, our best teacher from organic chemistry. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So that's what I said. So, like, it's a way. Even the same thing too. Like in a relationship, I don't know, when you left, I was saying the same thing happened too. When you have too much expectation, things happen. You know, and this show also we learn so much. I'm pretty sure people will say, okay, those guys, and they sounds not good. Why they come online? Why they doing this? Why they doing that? You know what I mean? So we expected that. We're challenging ourselves for that. Do you understand that? And then, so because we want to work on the first step now, right? And then tomorrow again, see tomorrow, we're doing it again for tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure 6 months from now, 1 year from now, you guys going to have a different talk. That's why you guys going to say, this is when they win now, W-I-N, right? Yeah. So you're going to say something. So,
The good thing with that, Isaac, sorry for cutting you short. The good thing with that is that as time goes, we'll be able to to be able to offer a much better show, right?
yeah.
Right, whereby people will enjoy it. But it's usually at the beginning where it's hard to get things started. Like if you don't have a strong mindset, you worry so much about what people think, and therefore you're not going to be able to move past that fear to get to that place whereby you can actually produce something that people enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly fine to just keep that consistency and then try and just get over that learning curve. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's why we say, guys, every week we're gonna bring something new to you. So there are some stuff we have in mind for you to bring to you guys, and at the stage we are right now, is not gonna be possible. You know what I mean? So that's why, stay with us every week. Something new coming up. So to next week also, we're coming up with something else. Do you wanna give him a little glance or no? No? Or
Yeah, we can, but just also let's put this out here. So this coming week, there's gonna be a few changes to how to the style of presentation, right?
Yes.
Because some days it's just gonna be you showing up here, Isaac.
Yeah.
So while I'm not showing, when I don't show up, it doesn't mean I'm not going live. It just means I might be going live on a different platform. But then we'll have a few days where both of us just come together and then
we make it like
do our regular show.
But we make sure you don't quit the challenge though. You're still gonna go live. If I don't see you live, I'll call you out here. you know, I can do that, right?
Yeah.
So guys, this is Sunday. I gotta be a better parenting. So I need to go pick up my kids now because in order for me, I had to drop them to their grandma. If not,
Life
wouldn't
like
be able to
that.
speak. I'll be like you now, trying to say I'm coming. I know. So tomorrow's-
Isaac, before you go, because
yeah, you're cutting off.
it's different when you have things like let's say if you're a parent, you have kids, and then you have family, and you have other responsibilities, but you still have to show up, right, and do what you need to do as a man.
That's
That like if you're on the sideline, you might say, "Oh, this looks easy," or "These guys are crazy for trying to do this," right? But it's that end goal that allows us to be able to say, you know what, regardless of what's happening, we know we have responsibilities. We still have to do what it takes to make sure that we are performing and producing.
yeah. Remember the goal is to show up.
Yeah.
We show up no matter what. No matter the circumstances, we show up. No matter the day it is, we show up. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So that's the goal. Yeah. So guys, thank you for tuning. Because anything else you wanna say or no? Because
No, this is all, man. All I have to say is just enjoy your week. Like if you're watching the replay or watching this live, go make this a wonderful week. Do the best that you can, and enjoy
some of us
yourself.
tomorrow will be a normal day. Get back to normal. Get back to reality. And then and then also tomorrow we'll try to bring you something new. And pretty much remember, today is the day. So whatever you have to do, do it today. Don't wait tomorrow. Don't say when I have money, when I have this, when my wife change, I'll start my business. When I have the best partner, I will open a business. I will start a business. When I have enough time, so I will pay my debt, or when I have this, whatever thing it is. So today you only have today to do things. And remember that. Don't say, okay, when I have this, I will, do things for other people. Or like, some other times we have people around us. We don't like, take them in consideration. We don't even tell them that you like them, tell them how great they are. So, and we always wait, okay, one day, but that they never come. So the same thing as well as I apply a little bit, so that even the same day, if you want to bless somebody, you just say, you know what, that one day when I have money, I'll do that. Just do it with little you have. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. You want to take your wife out all the time. Don't say, okay, one day when I have money, I'll do this. No, just do it with little you have. Just be creative and romantic. All right. So thank you guys for tuning, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and starting tomorrow. Back to reality again. And don't forget to like us, like on our pages, every platform. All right. Thanks. Have a wonderful day. God bless.
Yeah. Speak to you guys next week. Stay blessed.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers.